Welcome to TIG King's YouTube channel. I have one boy. He studies architectural engineering at a local college. He helped me whenever I have a pretty big welding jobs. Nothing much he can do in welding, but he does a tag, very simple welding, pickup and delivery. That's a big help for me. I will show you today his welding. You guys must have seen a lot of good welds and skills from YouTube and SNS. You can learn a lot from professional welders. But I think you can learn more important lessons from a beginner welder like my son. He is a TIG learner like most of you. The challenges my son has in learning TIG would be exactly the same as you have. I'm sure this episode would be a big help for you TIG learners. Most of the weld I show you today will be fillet weld. What is the biggest difficulty for my son in learning welding? Look at my son's right hand. His hand is shaking and looks very stiff. He is very nervous now. He gives too much strength to his arm. The most important lesson for TIG beginners: loosen your arm. Relax your arm. This is the most important first step to learn TIG welding. A hand with a torch and the other one with a fillet wire. You should relax both hands. Compare my hand with that of my son. Can you tell the difference? You can see my arm is relaxed, so it moves very smoothly. On the other hand, my boy gives too much strength to his arm, so it moves very stiffly. Loosen your arm. That's what you have to do first to become a top TIG welder. My son says feeding filler is the most difficult in learning TIG weld. Just look at my son's left hand holding the filler wire. He's very busy with feeding the filler. You know what? He is just fiddling with it. The filler is not fed into the weld puddle. Whenever I train new welders in a shop, I tell them to learn how to feed the filler first. There are two types. First type, it is very rare. Just a few listen to me and focus on learning to feed wire. They showed a big improvement in a couple of months, and most of them became the best TIG pipe welders. Second type, they are only interested in working the torch. They know lots of skills 6 months later because they've watched so many 5G, 6G YouTube welding videos. They know more skills than I know. But their basic fillet weld is rejected by an inspector. Why? They ignored the essential skill in TIG, that is, feeding the filler by hand. What is welding? You have to melt the filler and the base metal together. Basically, that is welding. How can you do a good TIG weld if you cannot feed the filler properly? No way. I made an episode about how to feed the TIG filler wire. I'm proud of that episode. It would be very hard for you to find a better tutorial about feeding TIG filler than this episode. The link is added in the description and the end of the video. When you do a filler weld, please just remember two things. 1. Just angle your torch at 45 degrees and move your wrist up and down. Don't circle your wrist. Just keep the cup touching the base metal all the time and up and down your wrist. Then torch will move forward. 2. You don't have to feed the filler. Just hold it at around 30 degrees and locate it into the puddle. Then the filler will be fed by itself. Look at my left hand. I'm not feeding it. I'm just holding it. I will just move my hand back when my left hand feels heat because of the approaching torch. Let's take a look at my boy's welding again. His left hand is not fiddling anymore. I can see he tried to locate the filler into the puddle and just holds it. That is a good improvement. But his right hand has a lot of problems. Too much strength on his arm. Wrist tends to circle rather than moving up and down clearly. Filler welding is an essential skill and its application is various. Filler welding is applied to slip-on flanges, sockets, frames, and structures and so on. If you are beginners, I recommend you to practice and master filler weld first. It looks very easy, but it may require a lot of practice and time to master it. Please remember the following key points for filler welding. Loosen your arm. Just move your torch up and down. Don't have to feed the filler, just locate it into the weld pool. Just focus on the puddle. The last video clip is a clear arc shot of filler weld. Please take a close look and try to make the same when you practice. You'll master a single pass filler weld with this episode, and I will give you more tips and secrets about making multi-passes filler weld later. This is what I prepared for today. Thanks to my son for the approval of his appearance and welding on YouTube, and many thanks to my subscribers for watching my videos. Have a nice day, and please keep in mind that your safety is the top priority all the time. Thank you.